Right, welcome. This is a video series on how to make money on this freelance marketplace called Legiit. And you get to learn it from me, someone who's actually done it before. I've sold around 500K in services on Legiit, so I know exactly how to do it and how you can do it as well. And in this video series, I'm going to show you step by step how to make money with this platform. There's just one thing, and I want to be fully transparent with you. I have been banned from this platform because I created my own marketplace. It's called Vetted with 3 T's, and we take 0% in fees. We focus on a more higher end or premium type of freelancer. So if you are a more seasoned and experienced freelancer, make sure to join on this link right here. I'd love to have you on. But if you're just starting freelancing, sites like Fiverr and Legiit work fine. Again, Vetted is more for a premium type of freelancer, both freelancer and client. The services are more high-end and the platform as a whole is more premium and bespoke. And just to end this intro, anything you learn with this video can be applied on Vetted or any other marketplace. So my goal with this is that you watch the videos and then actually go implement what you learned, ideally on Vetted, or you can do it on any other marketplace. Thank you so much and I hope you enjoy.
I want to go over optimizing your profile. And before that, if my voice sounds a bit weird, that's because I got COVID right now. So yeah, that's why my voice is a bit weird. But yeah, with that said, let's get into the video. So what are we going to do today? We're going to be optimizing your profile. Why? Because with an optimized profile, you increase your Legiit success rate. And how do you do this? You do it through hyper-aggressive transparency. This is really important. You need and you always want to be super transparent. Why is that? Because people buy from people. And never forget this. People buy from people. That's the most important thing you need to know. People buy from people. People identify themselves with other people and that's why they buy. Most of the times, of course. Now, something else I want to mention is that if Legiit has it, it means you should take advantage of it. Because it's there for a reason. So if Legiit allows you to, for example, write a description or a bio on your profile, you should use it because everything's there for a reason. Okay, so now let's go over all of these right now. And I'll go over my profile and then go over other people's profiles so we can get a glance and a sense of some good, some bad, and some not so good profiles. So first of all is a profile picture. And this profile picture needs to be of your face. Again, because people buy from people. Never forget that. People always buy from people. And this is really important. And again, hyper-aggressive transparency. If someone is buying from you and you are showing your face, that person knows exactly who they're buying it from, which is you. So you want to make sure you have a profile picture of your face. You want to make sure that profile picture is high quality, has good lighting. Of course, you show your face. And you should be smiling or have a friendly smile on your face to some extent. Okay, you don't need to be angry or bored. Make sure you have a little smirk or a smile. The happier looking and the friendlier you look, the better. And then it should be somewhat professional and or no cartoons. And again, we'll go over some of these examples in just a second. But you want to make sure it's somewhat professional. You don't want a picture of you on the beach or a picture of you, I don't know, at a club or something. Make sure you make this look sort of like your LinkedIn profile because you want to be professional and you want to stand out. And if you want to stand out, you need to do what 99% of people aren't doing. So again, make sure your profile picture is high quality, good lighting, shows your face, you're smiling or you're friendly, and it is professional and it's no cartoon. And I'll show you an example of what I mean in regards to cartoon. So if we scroll down here, and again, I'm not bashing on any of these sellers. I don't know them personally, but I'm sure they're great. But I'm just doing an overview of what I mean when I say cartoon. So this guy, for example, has a cartoon picture of him, and this one as well. Okay, I'm not saying this is bad or good, but ideally you'd want a picture of your face. So because it looks much more professional to have a picture of you than a cartoon. And again, it looks much more transparent because you're not afraid to put yourself out there. And people value that a lot because people might think, so why is he hiding under a cartoon picture of him? Why doesn't he show his face? And people on marketplaces are suspicious of this because people often get scammed. And you'll notice like a ton of sellers, I don't think it's not so much on Legiit, but they use fake profile pictures of girls because girls attract more clicks. That's just the reality. So people are often held back a bit by cartoons and non-professional pictures. And again, I'll show you the worst example possible, which is fake pictures. Let me see. And you're going to see that me scrolling down, and this makes sense because the more I scroll, the less reviews people get, so the less successful they are. And you'll see a pattern in this because less successful people have less optimized profiles. Let's let's look, for example, at, and I found this one right here. Okay, so this one is a profile picture of a girl. So I'm not saying this is fake, but we can just double check if it is within 2 or 3 seconds. Just do a Google search for the image, and as you can see, yeah, it is a stock photo, a image from, so that's not the actual person. And you can tell by looking at the picture that this is not the person. It could be, but you see, I had my doubts. And so this again shows a lack of transparency, which is the exact opposite of what you want to do. You want to build hyper aggressive transparency. So you want to show your face. Again, I'm just hammering this first point right here, but it's really, really important that you show your face and don't choose fake stock photos like this one right here that you just saw. This is a stock photo, as you can see. So yeah, don't make this mistake, because you can get sales and this person is getting sales, but it will be much harder to succeed. I can guarantee you that. Now, moving on to the second point right here. So the name or brand name, the name or brand. So don't keyword stuff. Either have your, this is a mistake, either have your real name or an actual brand name. And what do I mean for this? So we can go over the same example. So SEO stars. This is what I mean by keyword stuffing. So you sell SEO services, you include SEO or backlinks in your username. And there's more examples of this. Again, the more I scroll down, the more I find better examples of what not to do, because these are less successful people. And that's like that for a reason, because they're not being fully transparent. So yeah, let's look at this one, for example, right here. And right off the bat, I can notice this is a stock photo image. So this is not the real person. Let's just double check. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, this is a fake photo. So this is not the actual person. So huge red flag right here. Again, this is not him or her, I don't know. So this is huge red flag. This is a hyper lack of transparency, which is the opposite of what you're trying to do. Then keyword stuff in your name, SEO backlink. This is something that people used to do like on Fiverr and other marketplaces, because I think to some extent this would impact the ranking of their services. So they used to include their keywords in their name. So that's what's happening here. But again, moving on to the slides, you want to have your name brand a real name or your brand name. So a real name is something like, for example, let's see here. Ahmed has his real name. As you can see here, this is his real name, Ahmed Abram. And I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but the idea is to have either your real name or a brand name. For example, this is a brand name. This Superstar SEO is a brand name. Of course, this is Chris's brand, Superstar SEO. And this is my brand, 𝐶onnect.co. So ideally, you want to have either your real name or a brand name. Don't have fake keyword stuff names like the one we just saw, like this one, for example. And again, I'm not bashing on these freelancers. I'm just trying to help you and them understand how you can succeed on Legiit, because I've succeeded on Legiit, and this is how I did it. So I'm just passing my knowledge to you guys. So after these two, you want to make sure you have a profile description. This needs to be long and detailed and well written and professional as well. So this is what Legiit allows you to write right here, this thing. And I'm going to be honest, most people will not read this to its full extent. They'll just, not even click read more. They just, maybe they do, and they just look, okay, really good. So they won't read it. They'll just see, okay, this guy has it. It's well organized. It has different paragraphs. It talks well, looks professional. So yeah, I'm gonna trust him. So all these little things are building up your trust points. So say this is a pool of transparency points. So you want to have as many transparency points in this pool as you possibly can, because the more you fill this pool, the more success you have on Legiit. So you want to fill this pool with transparency points. That's a description. That's an optimized profile picture, your brand name or your actual name in the profile. And again, more things we'll be talking about here in just a second. But you want to make sure you fill in this pool with transparency points. And this gives you those transparency points. Because, like I said, most people won't read this, but just the fact that they know about it, that they know it's here, it's yet another way they find to trust you and view you as an expert in your field. Again, we can go through another good example. This is Chris's example. Again, long and detailed. Most people won't read it. They will just skim through. Okay, Superstar SEO, 7-figure internet marketing agency, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this looks good. Let me buy it. Now, let me go through a bad example. And again, we can go through this one more time. Let's see. Okay, this is good, but doesn't look that much professional. It should include like some paragraphs here, because this is too big of a block of text, sorry. Make sure you include some paragraphs. And again, the English is not very good, so you have a comma here with a capital M, should be a lowercase m, but we'll go over that in just a second. Let me try and find yet another example that's not that well done. Again, I'm scrolling down because the further down you scroll, the less optimized profiles there are, because they have less reviews. So we can go, for example, to, I think this one is a good one, but let's go to this one, SEO Queen. Let's go to this one right here. Okay, so this is not good enough. Again, Legiit gives you, I think it's 1,000 words. We can double check. I think it is 1,000 words. Let's see. You want to make sure you fill them all, because if Legiit gives you that option, you want to make sure you do it to the full extent. Yeah, so I don't think there is even a limit in characters. So make sure you fill this out properly, long, detailed, professional, and with of course paragraphs, because you don't want big blocks of text. So this one is a no bueno, not good. So a tiny little block of text, not properly optimized, not professional. So again, even though most people won't look at this, you might lose 1, 2, or 3 clients per month that do look at this, and those clients might be very, very valuable to you. Moving on to portfolio, and again, the description in the portfolio, most people won't read it or look at it. They'll just skim through it, but they'll see that's there and that you took time out of your day to write it out or to place your portfolio there. And this is really, really important. So the portfolio section is this right here. This is a new feature on Legiit, where you can click this link right here, and a picture of your portfolio pops up. And I can't, yeah, okay. So let's look at, for example, Chris's one. Chris has a review on his portfolio, okay? Something that's super simple and might not attract many clients, but if Legiit allows you to do this, you want to make sure you do it, and that's it. Again, this one, for example, doesn't have a portfolio item. He should have one, because he can have one. He has a bunch of reviews, a bunch of projects he's worked on, so he should have a portfolio item over there. Ahmed also doesn't have any portfolio items. And again, this is some small things, but for example, if I was looking through Chris's services and I was somewhat on the fence between purchasing a couple of his services, if I were to click here, maybe this review would make me take a decision. So all these small factors are really, really important, and please make sure you do this. So again, for example, my example right here, if someone would be interested in buying my SEO services, they would look at the portfolio and they could see the results of another client, and maybe they would jump the fence and purchase one of my services. So that's, again, the portfolio and the profile description. Once again, most people won't read it or look at it, but it's just a nice thing to have, because it builds trust. And again, trust and aggressive transparency is what makes people buy from you at the end of the day. Then social links, all of them. Again, most people won't click them, but you should have all of them. Right here, I have my Facebook group and my YouTube channel. I think Chris has his LinkedIn profile, Twitter. Again, this guy right here doesn't have any. I think he does have a YouTube channel. No, sorry, I think he does have a Facebook group show. So he should have his Facebook group here linked. Ahmed doesn't have them as well. So these guys are missing out on potential sales or potential people that could be bringing into their brand. And we'll be talking more a bit about brand building later on in later videos. But yeah, these guys are missing out on some sales they could be getting. Let's look at this one right here, for example. Okay, so this one's perfect. Facebook group, Twitter, and LinkedIn profile. So now how you add this is just go to settings, scroll down here, and you can add them here. You can add Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So this is a great way, again, to build more trust, because you are being fully transparent. You're showing your face. You have your name or your brand name here. You have your portfolio. You're confident about the results you can bring people, about your reviews or whatever you choose to put here. You have your social links. People can connect with you. You're not afraid to put yourself out there, to teach what you do or to help people in any other ways. And your description, your fully optimized description makes you look professional. Now, moving on to languages. This is a big one. It's important that you don't lie. You should never lie, because people know when you're lying by looking at your descriptions and how you reply to messages. This is a very common one. So, for example, I'll show you a good example right here. I know how to speak English very well, Portuguese, Brazilian as well, and Spanish. I know basics. Chris, for example, here has English, but I want to show you a bad example of some people doing this. For example, to this one right here. So, for example, India. This guy's from India, or this girl, I don't know, and he says, or she says, she's fluent in English. So if this person is from India, he should be able to speak Hindi, sorry. So why not put it here? If you speak the languages, make sure to put them here. So Hindi is, if I'm not mistaken, one of the most common languages in India, one of the most spoken languages over there. So if you do speak Hindi, make sure to put it here, because there's nothing wrong with it. People actually value your language skills. But let me see here a bad example of what I wanted to show you. Let's go here to another category, less optimized. Okay, so I finally found a good example. I'm not going to go over the image or the branding or whatever, or the description even. I'm going to go over the language only. So this person is from Bangladesh, if I'm not mistaken, and he says, or she says, I don't know, or the team says, they're native or bilingual in English. Okay, so I trust them at first glance, but let's see if they're actually telling the truth or not. So clicking here on the first service, and again, they have a bunch of reviews, they're extremely successful here on the platform, but just imagine how many more reviews and how much more success they would have if they didn't lie about their abilities. So they say they're bilingual and native or bilingual in English. So if you just skim through this description, you'll see that either they're lying or that they didn't put much effort into optimizing this description and making it look so as if they do speak English fluently. So we can see here that it says SEO backlinks is a very important part of Google marketing. So this is a bit off. It should be something like either SEO backlinks are a very important part of online marketing, or SEO backlinks, yeah, something like that. Then again, this should be a capital I. So if you want to rank your website or blog first page on Google, so you need high quality backlinks. So this is capitalized, some words aren't capitalized. This doesn't make much sense here. So what I give you, again, I'm not bashing these guys, I'm just saying that this is not proper English. So what I give you, no, this is not correct. Again, this it shouldn't be here, should be an apostrophe, the other way around. Again, will capitalized, create capitalized, links capitalized. So again, so this is not the best English we're seeing right here, not well written at all. Again, I'm not bashing on these guys, I'm just telling. So if you're native or bilingual, make sure you really are and that you show for it in your services. If you're not, don't lie about it, because when people go through your profile and they see that you're native or bilingual, they trust you. And then when they see you're not, either by your service descriptions or you send them a message and you talk to them and they see you're not, they'll think twice maybe about hiring you or making business with you, because then they might not trust you at all because they felt lied to. That's something I just wanted to address really quickly. So make sure you put all of your languages there and don't lie. Never lie again. People know when you're lying by looking at your descriptions and how you reply to messages, and this will look very bad on you and very unprofessional. Remember, you want to be hyperly aggressive, transparent. Then, something interesting we can talk about as well is rearranging services. So you don't need to always have the highest reviews first, but you want to have the one you want to sell more of. What does this mean? So on Legiit, you can rearrange your services by clicking here on your profile. You can change the order of how they are displayed. And this is a good thing if you want to sell more of a service that has lower reviews. Okay, so this is not working very well. Let me try again. Okay, so perfect. So what you want to do is take advantage of this, and this is just a quick tip. So this service has 0 reviews. So instead of it being down here on all the services that have 0 reviews, I bump it up to up here so people will see it more often. And this is just a quick tip to get a bit more orders on the services that have 0 reviews. Then we have the things you can control versus the things you can't directly control. So what are the things you can actually control? On your profile, it is your picture, your name or your brand name, your portfolio, your social media, your description, and your languages. So these are all the things you can control, and that you should, and that since you can control, you want to make sure they look as professional as possible and as good, and make you look as good as possible. So those are the things that you can control. The things that you cannot control are your profile stats, your follower count, and your reviews. These are these right here. So your completed orders, your on-time delivery, your late percentage of orders, your orders that were canceled after delay. So these are your statistics. These ones you can't control, at least directly, because of course if you deliver on time, these statistics will be much better, but you can't control them directly in a way that if they are already here, you can't remove them or make them go away. And of course your follower count you can't control directly as well, but you can control indirectly by asking people to follow you, of course. And that's the contrast between things you can control and the things you cannot control. Make sure you take advantage of all the things you can in fact control and try and mitigate the downside of the things you cannot control. Then we have the premium seller badge. This is for Legiit premium seller members. This is this right here. It gives you a bunch of other stuff. I think on your services it shows a purple header right here, yeah. So it gives you a bunch of different things to make you look more of an authority in your niche. So it makes you look more trustworthy. And do you need it? No, not at all. Should you have it? Yes. It gives you a ton of other perks like analytics and all of that other stuff. And if you're trying to build a proper business on a freelance marketplace, you want to make sure to use all the tools you have at your disposal. So if this gives you analytics and coupons and canned replies, a bunch of stuff, you can look through it. If this gives you tools to better your freelancing business, you want to make sure to take that into your advantage. And it's only $29 or $20 per month, which is nothing. So yeah, make sure you take that into account. And again, makes you look more professional and more trustworthy because you have this premium badge. And makes you also stand out, thus getting more orders in theory. So now, after all this, and I know this is a lot, but I want to make sure you optimize your profile to its full extent. And you can even run through my profile or run through Chris's profile to get an idea of how you should optimize your profile. And if I can find it right here, I can't seem to be finding it. So yeah, right here. So run through mine or to Chris or to any others that are using a proper image, a proper professional image. And you'll see if you go to any category, just by clicking the first ones, you'll see why they're there, because they're fully optimized profiles. And this works for graphic and design and any other category. I'm only talking about SEO because that's the one I'm in. But we can go to this one right here, and we can see why this guy's having more success than any other one. And this guy as well. I mean, this guy is fantastic. I've ordered from him before, and his services are great. But it's because he puts himself out there. This is his real name. This is his real face. Really professional. Has the languages he speaks. Description is not fully optimized. It could be better. The portfolio is not there, but it's a start. He's being transparent, and that's why he's on top. Now, I want to go over examples of great profiles, good profiles, bad profiles, and profiles that won't ever succeed, ever. And you'll understand why. So, two great profiles we can start off is mine. I think mine is pretty well optimized, if I do say so myself. This is not to brag or anything. This is only because this is what works for me, and if it's working for me, I want to share it with you. So, again, this is a well-optimized profile. Face, fully transparent, smiling, just like we talked about. So, all of these are included here. Again, brand name or name, portfolio, transparency of the social media, your languages, fully optimized description with paragraphs, and yeah, that's basically it. And again, Chris's one is pretty well optimized. That's why he's the #1 freelancer on Legiit, or one of the #1 here. So yeah, this one is great as well. Good profiles, we have this one, for example, Kamar. He could be better because of the description. He's not having a description, and he should have the portfolio again, and his social media should be also here. Other than that, this is a good profile. This one is also a good profile, has his brand name, his face, fully transparent, though not a portfolio and not a fully optimized description, but it does have his social media and the languages he speaks. So this one is a good profile. And my metric towards evaluating if a profile is good or bad is if I can trust this person or not. So would I spend my hard-earned money with this person? Would I trust my person with this money? And I would trust this guy, and I would trust Kamar as well, and Chris as well. So that's how I measure if a profile is great or bad or good or that won't ever succeed. We can go over a bad profile right now, and this again is not me bashing on these people. This is just me trying to find and trying to help you out to better your services. Let's go through, for example, programming and technology, WordPress. Let's scroll down here because again, the bad profiles won't be up there. That's for certain. They will be down here most of the times. Let's see this one right here, for example. Okay, so first of all, this is a brand name, I guess, has the logo. Okay, not that good. So this is again a bad profile. What I intend a bad profile looks like. Then no portfolio, no languages spoken, not even a description, nothing. So how am I supposed to trust this person or these people, or who's behind this? Who's this one? Who's these people? So if, for example, the description could say, we are a digital marketing agency, we are named Hustly. If you go to hustly.com or something like that, you can find all of our work. So that would make me trust these guys. Otherwise, I wouldn't trust them. So that's why I feel this is a bad profile. And I think you can, to some extent, agree with me. Now we want to go over the profiles that won't ever succeed, ever, and you'll understand right off the bat why that is. And we can go, I don't know, to this right here, for example, and just scroll down, all the way down, because again, I keep repeating myself, but there's a reason why the worst profiles are down here. It's because they aren't properly optimized. Actually, let me look through the e-commerce one, because that one was not that bad. Let's keep on scrolling down. Let's open a couple here. Let's open a couple of these. This one as well. Let us see. Okay, this one has a description, but looking at this, and again, I'm not bashing on these people. I'm just trying to help. But looking at this, ask yourself, would you trust your money with this guy? You don't even know who's behind this. So, for example, the logo says Crush SEO Internet Marketing. Okay, so is this your brand name? But then you use a different brand name here. Is this your brand name, or are you just keyword stuffing? So what is this? Then from the US, are you really? Let's just double check. Rank your video first. Okay, are you from the US? Let me see here. Languages. Okay, no languages spoken. So do you speak English? Messages if you need special request or a special request. Minimum 6 words. This is used. No, this is used. So are you really from the US? I mean, probably not. You shouldn't be lying. So this is the sort of profile that won't ever have any success. It will be hidden in a Legiit's third or second or fourth page and won't ever succeed, because he's not even making an effort to succeed. He's not even filling out his profile to its full extent. He has a description, but it's not really optimized. It has capital letters here and no paragraphs, nothing. So he's not even putting in the effort. So you want to make sure you put in the effort. Otherwise, you won't really ever succeed in this platform. And that's the first video. Oh, I almost forgot. If you want to join me, have any questions, if you have any questions about this course or just want to chat with me, ask me anything regarding Legiit Marketplace, freelancing questions or business questions, you can join this Facebook group. It's facebook.com/groups/marketplace freelancer, sorry, and I'll help you out with anything you need regarding marketplace freelancing. Yeah, and that's it for this first video. I will see you on the next one.